Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I had mentioned in a previous video that I was working with some of the faux leather that a lot of us got at Hobby Lobby. Now this one I've had for a few years. You can tell by the price also. This is a newer one that I got all of these on clearance, but I take the little orange tag off because it's not pretty in the craft room or even in my craft closet. But I had these two for quite some time, but I didn't do anything with them. Okay, they were just sitting there in my colors. This one is blush, this one is spa, this one is gold, and I also have a few more. This one is rose holographic. I don't know the name of this one because I literally bought it like this. It just had the cover around it, but isn't that gorgeous? And one more. Oh, I've got one or two that I used too that I didn't bring out. This one is dusty blue, and I also have a black one that has floral flowers on it. So let me put these down here. As you can see, my desk is a total mess because I've been working on things. So first off, let me say this. When I was watching Rosemary, and her channel name is Rosemary's You Rock Art. I will put a link to her channel down below. If you don't know her, I think you would really enjoy her channel. Super nice, super kind, and she does a little bit of everything, to be honest. Plus, she even, she plays guitar, so she even serenades us with some really cool music. she does a lot. She does hauls, she makes journals, lots of good stuff. So she said, when she was showing hers, I was watching her haul, and when she was showing hers, she said that she was going to use them as journal covers, which I was like, well, that's a cool idea. And I was like, what am I going to use mine for? And I thought, I want to use it for things in my journals. And so I was like, but what? So, of course, I don't know if you all are like this or not, but the first thing that comes to mind for me is tags. Because if you're not going to use them in your journal, they're great for gifting as well, especially to other journal makers. And so I was like, well, what am I? I'll do tags. And then once I did that, as you'll see here, I did little corners in the gold. And then I did the page tabs. There's one. Here's another. And here's another. Of course, they're not on pages yet because I don't have the journals made that I want them on yet. I mean, I have journals made, but I've got them completed. Now, this one, I just thought, you know what? I just want to do a little ephemera with them. And this is a matter of, I do not have a Cricut or anything like that that's going to cut these out for me. If you're like me and you have your metal dies and you have some form of cutting those dies, I don't know what you use. There's so many things out there now. I have a Sidekick by Sizzix, which is tiny, and I use it all the time because I do a lot of small things. But I also have a Gemini that I got years ago when Hobby Lobby had it on clearance. I know, 75% off of this baby. But the thing is, because of the nature of faux leather, I have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you know, just over and over and over, run it through over and over and over. And still, even when I do that, I still have to get out, the majority of the time, I get out my Tim Holtz scissors because it is just, and I'm just using the very end of it, you know, and I'm cutting it out myself. It gives me, it might cut out a little section. And yes, I think a lot of y'all are going to say, corn, add more, add something else. And I will. I did on both of the die cutting machines. I added cardboard, this type of thing. And I got a little concerned with the sidekick when I did that. I only did that once because it was having issues, and I thought, don't do that. So I only did that once. But with the Gemini, I had to do it over and over because it was like, I'm not cutting this stuff. And I still had to get out the scissors, and really cut it out. So, I mean, if that's one thing that bothers you, and if you're like, well, hoot, I've got dies and now I've got to still cut it. But I'll be honest with you, I absolutely have had so much fun with the feel of it. And with the feel of it, once this backing, you do well, I do a backing. I won't do a backing, of course, on the page tabs, but I do a backing on anything that's going to be ephemera or tag, especially a tag, because, you want the person to write on it. But once this is on it too, it just, I don't know, the feel of the back and the front just, it's got a great feel to it. I'll just put it that way. Really cool. And so I just wanted to show you all some of the stuff I'm doing. Now, I had to switch my plates on the Sizzix because, on my little sidekick, because it was so bad. You all know what I'm speaking of if you still have your die cutting machine. It will kind of imprint, you know what I mean? If you've got all of those grooves in it, you know what I mean? And you're pressing down super hard as on this. Because this one, as you see, isn't as thick. And this one, I think it's gorgeous. I don't know if it's showing up how beautiful that is. But also, it's just more sensitive. You know what I mean? Because it's nothing. I mean, nothing like that. So what I had to do when it comes to that, I'll show you. I had to run it through my embossing machine. So real quick, I'll show you the ones that I haven't put the loops on the top of them yet. Because this one, I didn't do it on this one because I want this to probably be a tuck spot in a journal. And I put this on the back. And I like how that, I'm tickled. But again, like I said, I had to cut around that. And I learned if my patience is waning a little bit, just try to grab something straight. Because, I mean, I spent quite a bit of time getting that clean cut. This one is that glitter one. Now, I didn't put this through any die cutting machine. I just marked it, put it on, turned it over, and on the back of it just marked out, I think it was like 2.5 inches by 3, something of that nature, and just cut it myself because I was like, oh no, because that glitter is super thick, and on the back of that, because the glitter is so shiny, put that one on there. And just a matter of, dealing with paper and other die cuts, and then with some appliques and some brads and some cheesecloth and a little butterfly, and then put the stickles down the middle for the little butterfly's body so that could pick up the glitter in the tag itself, things like that. This one, remember, this is the Prima paper that Donna sent to me, gifted me, bless her heart. And the same thing, we're talking about stickles. I fussy cut these roses out of the same paper to make, we've got roses in the background to make it pop. And when I put it on, you all are probably like me, if you don't want your fussy cutting to be super high, Dollar Tree has such a thin foam here that it just puts it up just a little bit. You know what I mean? which I think looks great. And I'll probably put some lace up here, or maybe some ribbon that goes with it. Then this one, another one of the glitter ones. And do y'all remember when I was making tons of twinchies? Well, they go great on the front of these tags. And this one I made a pocket out of with just a teeny tiny tag in here. And then this has a couple of tickets in, and that's Prima paper there as well. Natalie taught us about that paper pad and how pretty it was. And you put that here. Alrighty. And then this one, there's the black one that I couldn't show you with the white flowers. And again, I also showed you that I was working with, oh no, I made this one up on the spot, but some of them you'll see that just some ephemera I did in the past with fabric clusters and things of that nature. But no, this one I did here. I had dyed this lace with acrylic paint, and the stickles coming out with this rose. Fussy cut this rose so that I could use this on top of the stem and leaves on the fabric itself. Pick this fabric because it has a little bit of black on it here, and you know, and then this is a die cut here. And then this one, again, this is one of those pieces I did some time ago with, you know, a piece of fabric and a piece of paper torn. And then this is that a Stamperia paper that it shows you the paper designs inside, and I just cut that out of the cover. Little applique, and then dyed seam binding that you scrunch up, and so that made it easy to decorate those. And then I made some more. Now this is what I wanted to tell y'all about. If you take this one and run it through your embossing machine, you can't see it that well because, like I told you, it got weird when I cut it out. You know what I mean? You could see all of my grooves and stuff. So I thought, let me see if I can mask it. And when I put it through the embossing machine, I think it turned out pretty. Those are just rows upon rows upon roses, you know, on that one. So I'm happy with it. Then for the, instead of a ribbon, I put some appliques front and back on that. We've got fabric, we've got lace, we've got, this was a little ephemera that I cut up because I didn't like the other colors in it. I did a little fussy cut butterfly on that one. And this one, speaking of butterflies, I used the die cut, 2 die cuts back and front to make this little tab on the top of it. This one, I didn't pull this one out either. I've had this one for years too. It's like a pearlized blush. You know what I mean? It was so pretty, pretty, pretty. And then die cut and ephemera and lace. I fussy cut the lace leaves here, and here. That's not showing up too much because I had dyed it, and it's so much the color of the background. But I hope y'all can see it. I like it in person. I like it. Looks good in person. And then there's another one of the black one with the white flowers on it. And this one, I put the fabric together and then sewed around, and the lace in the background, and sewed around it. And then appliques, and so you can pull, if this is in a pocket, you can pull by one of the leaves. And so, and then one more, y'all, and then this one. And I wanted to get, remember how I got those, there's a whole package of from Hobby Lobby that had them on clearance, the ribbons all glittered up, and it matches that butterfly perfect up and picks up the leaves here. So I was happy to find that. So that's what I did for mine, and they all are backed with cardstock. And I will tell you this, the cardstock on the back really helps not only for writing, but I mean, it helps because as you see, these are, I don't know how long they have been in this, you know, around this cylinder, but it has a tendency to curve. And I did put the back on the front with the Fabri-Tac, and I'm tickled with how it came out. But it just, I don't know, the feel of them, it's just, I don't know, I just love it. I think it's fantastic. So, like I said, I'll be doing some ephemera too and some other things, but I'm really happy with working with it, number one. I really am. And I think just for ephemera too, and I wish y'all could feel it. It just feels so good. And like I said before, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's really cool. And it's, you know, some of it was 124, some of it was, you know, 174. And I was like, you know how you do. You're like, for that price, I'll do something. And so I do have this one. If y'all, let me see, if y'all want to stay, oobly, we're already 16 minutes in. But if you'd like to stay, let's do this one together. Now, I did try, I forget what it was, one little something on the faux leather. I tried gluing it down with the art glitter glue, and it did stay. I'm more comfortable with the Fabri-Tac, but when it comes to certain laces, because this is what I pulled for this, when it comes to that, I have a tendency to like, if it's not, you know, thick and cotton and all that good stuff, I have a tendency to do the art glitter glue. So I had pulled these guys to make, I love doing double and triple lace. I just think that is so much fun. And for me, when it comes to tags, because a lot of times in journals, I'm tucking them in this way, or a little tuck spot into this way. So I have a tendency not to go over the bottom, even though I think that's prettier. I think if I was going to put this on a gift, I would definitely put this so that the bottom was covered. But since I probably am not going to be doing it on a gift, I will put it here. And the thing is, that gets awful thick right here, because even though this is super thin here, it's thick right here. What I pulled, remember when I was talking earlier about making these little goodies, you know, and then sewing them on the machine, just fabric, little lace, a little applique, and that's it. I pulled these to say, well, wait a minute, do I want to do one of these? I left the strings on this one because they're fun to play with. Do y'all ever do that? I left them long. I think it'd probably be cuter if I cut them like that, but they're fun to play with. So I was like, well, do I want that there? Because see, that's the fun thing about making these ahead of time. I don't do that a whole lot because I love everything to match, as y'all might know. But at the same time, this is so much fun. And then part of me said, don't even do this. Just put this one on. Do you remember when I did the puzzle pieces? And put the little charms on the bottom? So I was like, now that's easy. This has 3 butterflies on it. The charm itself, and then this teeny tiny white one here and teeny tiny purple one here. So, and this has paper doily on it, a little bit of lace. These 2 papers are just torn. This one is embossed. Has a little bit of everything on it. Then I painted the puzzle piece and flicked white paint on it, and then put some glitter paint on it. I was just having a ball on those. But see, that alone. And put it so that, you know, right here, so that the butterfly just hangs off of it. Now, again, if that's the case, then I'm going to have to put this either on a gift or find out a more fun way. Maybe even just clip it to the top of a page. You know what I mean? That we could do too. That's cool. So I was thinking, which one should I do? Which one should I do? This would be super easy and would save tons of time. And and this one, oh, that's pretty too, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? Like so. I wouldn't be doing the lace though, because this covers up almost all of that. This one. That lets you see lots more of the background. Or this one. And that one, even though this has several laces on it, actually. Could you do lace? We could do lace like this. Nope. Gotta go that way. And maybe place that up higher. I don't know if I like that, though. Do y'all like that? I don't think I do. I think it's too much of a good thing. Believe it or not, you might giggle, but I'm down to these two. I love the idea of the charm hanging from this. Plus, as you know, and I don't like this die because that hole is just so teeny. I know what it's for, and I keep trying to use my thinnest ribbon I can use, most narrow I can use on it. And I get it in there eventually, but it takes a while. But if you, you can enlarge this, by the way, as you know. And then if you put a lace up here, then you can put, you know, let's say we use this one. If you put lace up there, then you can go ahead and put your little bulb pin on there and hang a charm that way. I'm liking this one a lot. And doing just that, you know, with the bulb pin. And I'm liking this one. This one, to me, wants to stand out the most, though, I think. And, of course, it's also got gingham on. Well, this has gingham on it as well. And you see more of the background. Which one should we do, y'all? That one. But I love this. I love this fabric. And it is lighter than this. Yeah, well, talk myself into that. Don't need the lace on it, though. Except I might do lace up there. So, just to go, and we're quick and quick. Yeah, Corn do something quick. Quicker than usual. And since this was all about the faux leather, no stories of childhood or home or travels or what have you today. It's so fascinating. Not. But, so, and what I've been doing when it comes to the clusters, where I've got tons, you know what I mean? Excuse me, where I've got lots of layers of fabric and lace and what have you, eyelet on this one. That's where the Fabri-Tac is going. And yes, this is loose, but I like it loose. I found that out. And then possibly what would really be nicer is I can look and see if I have some lavender lace or purple lace up here. And if I can't do it, because this is going to be tough to make that larger. If I can't get that done, I'll find something, ribbon or something, but maybe pick up the purple in there. So see if you've got that already made up, and it does take a while for me since I said like I'm doing this cutting out mostly with scissors and stuff, but yeah, that's what we've got done today. And if you all found yourself getting these wonderful, all these wonderful faux leathers and goodies, and you're thinking, Rosemary would, like I said, great idea, journal cover. And I just thought tags and ephemera and just corners, page corners, and page tabs, and there's just no end to it, and it is really cool to work with. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.